Hey, what's up guys and welcome back to Ask NK. Today we are looking at an update to the Interior Essentials. Interior Essentials is an awesome, beautiful looking add-on, which is an asset add-on by the way, that exists for Blender. So right now there is a 2.0 version that's available, and of course if you want to get these, link is going to be in the description with the coupon code for 10% off. Now the 2.0 comes with a couple of extra cool features. First off, the library has been increased to 390 photorealistic and customizable assets that you can throw in, and again there is 50 PBR materials that you can use. Now if you want to see more about this, you can also go over to their website where you can take a look at some of the updates and things that they have, and you can also take a look at Blender Market just in case you want to get it. So with this said, let's take a look at some of the updates that they've implemented and see what you guys need to keep in mind. So with Blender Simply Open, how you install this is go over to Edit, go to Preference, and once that is done, make sure you have the add-on installed. Now once you install the add-on, also make sure that you put the library part where this can read the assets that you want to work with. Now once you have all of that done, you can simply press N on your keyboard and click on the Add Objects to add objects to your scene. Adding objects to your scene is as easy as clicking, searching for the objects and adding them. Now, one very awesome thing with this is it has several categories, and these categories cut across bathroom, furniture, greenery, kitchen, living room, and also some miscellaneous. So if, for example, we go over to the kitchen and click on cutlery, we can see that there's a truckload of them. We can also take a look at some of the cool things that they have for the living room, so you can see some of them as well. And if you are looking for something that deals with furniture, you can also click and see a couple of furnitures that you can throw into your scene. Now once you throw anything into your scene, you can actually go there and start customizing this. So for example, we have this one right here. Let's take a look at what it looks like when we have it rendering, and if you zoom right in, you can see that right now you can easily play with the properties and make changes even before you either make this editable or not. So in case you don't want to make this editable, you can just throw this in here, and instead of going over to your shading panel and doing all of that shading, you can now easily play with this. You can now choose how you want either the roughness to be. If you want to increase the roughness, you want to reduce it. If you want to play with the sweat, you can also play with the sweat strength. And something else which is very interesting to see is right now there is also a duplicate function. So instead of tapping Shift and D and doing all of this stuff right now, you can simply hold down Shift, right click, and put your 3D cursor somewhere and duplicate towards that axis. So you can do that, and now you can easily rotate your model however and wherever you want. So I can grab this one right here. Any object that you have selected, you can click on duplicate to 3D cursor, and you can use these tools to actually move them back and forth. So this is also a very nice update that they've included for the tool. So let's say we want to throw in a simple table right there. We can put the 3D cursor right there, click on the add object, click right here. Let's switch these to where we can find tables, and let's see. So we have a lot of tables. Let's say we want to get a coffee table. So we can go with a simple coffee table like this, click on OK. If we're not okay with this one, before we commit, we can also click on this button and make changes to whatever coffee table we want. Maybe we want something like this, and we can do that. And just like I said earlier, once you do these things, you can also go in and make changes. All right, so you can go in and make changes to the material. For example, if we want to play with the wood, we can also play with the wood and get something looking like so. All right, so let's take a look at a quick scene that we've made previously. So with the scene like this that we've created, every single thing that you have here was easily and quickly made with the Interior Essentials. Now, a couple more things that I need to show you guys is this. So for example, if you press N on your keyboard and grab this all the way out here, if you would like to make custom materials, all right? If you want to make custom materials for your object, you can easily make these custom materials yourself. Now, how can you make these things? So for example, let's just bring in something here. So I'm going to click over here, and let's see, what can we bring in? Let's bring in a green pot. And let's position this one here. Let's select that pot, click that, and drop that pot right about a point like so. Let's also scale this one a little bit upwards and position this right here. That looks a little bit too big for the scale. All right, so I can just drop this one right down there. And then we can also go all the way up here. Let's also hold down Shift right click to make sure we have the gizmo there. Click right here, go over to where we have the plant and flowers, and then I could select any of the plant or flowers that I want. So maybe we can select the peppermint flower, maybe, I don't know. We can go with something very simple. Maybe we can go with something this simple and drop that. Okay, so now that we have this right there, the next thing which we may want to do is to make changes to this. So remember what we said, if you select objects like so, you can make changes to that. Now, one interesting thing is most objects that doesn't really need changes only have their base color. So what if you would like to make changes to them? You want to create your own, you want to style your scene differently. For example, maybe we want this to be a reflective object and right now it's not. How you can do this is easy. Simply select the object itself and make an editable instance. Now, once you make that editable instance, you can now notice that there is a material library that opens up. Now, with this material library, you can click on add material from library, select whatever material that you want. So you need concrete materials, all right, you have concrete, just select the material, click on OK, and that automatically is going to be applied to the object that you have here. Now, if you're also looking for more materials, for example, like we have the concrete happening here, if you want to go back here, you can do that. But if you want to make changes using this tiny menu that you have here, you can also make changes from here. So maybe you're looking for something else, maybe metallic, all right? Maybe you like metallic stuff, okay. So you can select the metallic one and you also have that right there. So this way, it is even easier more than ever for you to make changes rapidly. Now, on the other hand, if you want to make wooden floor, you can do that. If you want to also make ceramic tiles, yes, you can. So let's go ahead and make a very tiny ceramic tile. For this one, I would simply throw in a plane. So with a plane here, if I click on create ceramic tiles, I can define the colors I want to see on my viewport. I can also define the tile color. And if you want the tiles to be driven by textures, you can simply click on the button right here and browse over to where you have the texture and simply click on OK or accept. Now, once you do that, you can also define the length of the tile, you can define the width of the tile and the mortar of the tile. Now, once you have all of these things done, you can click on create tiles and automatically you will have your tiles directly in your viewport. Now you have your tiles in your viewport, you might want to make changes, you want to do some cool stuff. Okay, so you can simply raise this all the way up, switch from world or wherever you are to object, make sure that you have the object selected. And from here, you can procedurally now make changes. So it has all of the things that you need to actually beautify your next interior design. So if you're feeling very excited about this one, you can now go in and take a look at some of the cooler features that also comes with this. Now, something else which is also pretty cool that I seem to, love is the fact that there is a quick create material section. So the create quick material simply deals with if you want to make materials and you don't want to go over to the nodes, you don't want to deal, with playing with the shader section right here within the material section. Yes, you can now simply click on the plus button and then define the kind of material that you want. If you want to make wall materials, you want to make, plastic materials, you can define the materials that you want and then simply click on OK. So for example, let's say we want ceramics and we want to have a ceramic with a color like this. We can just simply select ceramic, click on create, and automatically it's going to create a ceramic material for the object. If you're also feeling excited and you're looking for something else, maybe you're looking for a glass reflection, you can also make your decisions, do all of the things that you want, change the color and click on create. This way it will easily help you create things without bothering so much about parameters and dealing with unnecessary things. Now, in most cases, while trying to create your 3D models or stuff like that, you would end up creating unnecessary textures and most times unnecessary materials. So how do you get rid of this? If you click on this button that says purge, it's going to purge out all of the materials, meshes, and also textures or probably lights that you don't even use. So all of the resources that you're not using, that's just accumulating and making your scene heavy, it will simply go out there and take these things off. So this is all about it. If you want to take a look at the tool, link to that is going to be in the description. And of course, if you want to make a purchase, there is a 10% discount code that you can use. At the same time, if you want to simply test this tool before you go ahead and purchase it, there's also a free demo that you can get, but this only comes with 25 free models and 50 PBR materials. And then if you want to see more of the tools that they've created, simply go over to their page and you would see that they have a photorealistic plant and pots, and you can see that right here. Beautiful stuff. All of the extra assets that you find within individual renders that you're looking at right now were all generated by simply using the Interior Essentials. So if you're looking for a tool that doesn't just offer you assets, but at the same time offers you some quality of life tools that you can use, for example, material generator, and also some pretty cool presets that you can use to create cool materials and create some wonderful interiors, then the Interior Essentials is a tool that you should consider taking a look at. So tell me what you guys think about this update for this tool, which I think is very nice. And of course, if you like this video or you learned something from this, you can go ahead and give it a like, and don't forget to share with a friend. And if you're new here, it's going to be amazing for you to hit the subscribe button and also turn on notifications so that you don't miss the next video or the next update. And until I see you guys again with a tutorial update, Free Friday, Tutorial Tuesday, tips and tricks, things like this. Peace.